Today we gather in the spirit of remembrance, gratitude, and honor. We celebrate the life and legacy of Judge Isabel Gates Webster. Born in 1931, Judge Webster's footsteps carried her from the courts of law to the classrooms of higher learning, from the pursuit of justice to the calling of service.
Sometimes when we talk about the accomplishments of those who came before us, we tend to view it with this modern lens, and it takes us a moment and a minute to really consider just what the world was like when folks like Judge Webster were blazing their trails back then. To join the State Bar of Georgia in the late 50s, it was still during Jim Crow. At that time, her mere presence challenged the status quo, but every step forward that she took made it a little easier for the next woman.
On behalf of the City of Atlanta, we dedicate this historical marker in honor of Judge Isabel Gates Webster. May it forever remind us that real legacy is not expressed in accolades alone, but in lives uplifted, the barriers that have been broken, and the hope made possible.
There we go, there we go.
My mother was a God-fearing woman, and she had faith that if she just stayed on path that she was called to do, that she would do the things that God wanted her to do in whatever ministry that came her way. So my mom did a lot of discrimination cases, which we would call Title VII cases. And if it wasn't for some of the work she did, we wouldn't have many of the women and minorities, people of colors, in the C-suites that we have now.
Before I became a lawyer, I worked for Georgia Power. And I came to find out later that Judge Webster had sued Georgia Power for workers who were being discriminated against. At the time, had received one of the largest settlements. And when I started working for Georgia Power, I worked in human resources. And working in human resources, what were we doing? We had a list of all the people that they had to hire because they had discriminated against them. And so I just had chills to come over me, because I knew at that moment, that's why people were asking me, do you know Isabel Gates Webster? Because she was renowned and revered. This was in the 60s.
I am who I am, and the direction I chose to be who I am was influenced by her role model. I try to be a really good wife. I try to be a real good mother. I try to be known as a lady, and I try to be a very accomplished lawyer because of who I saw.
Separate apart from all of the accolades and roles and titles that she had, the kids in the neighborhood viewed her as Mama Webster. And so this park is more than just a park. It is a gathering place for this community to come together in fellowship.
50 years, 100 years from now, people will come here and see this plaque and say, well, who was Isabel Webster? And read about what she had done.
On behalf of the entire city of Atlanta, we celebrate her memory, we honor her service, and we lift our promise to walk in her footsteps. May her light continue to serve as an inspiration to us all. Thank you.